Hi, I'm Dan and this is my journey of pain and learning to trust again. Like and subscribe. Thanks. I've never been one to trust easily. Growing up as an orphan, I learned it early on that people can't be relied on. So, when I was placed in this new foster home, I made sure to keep my guard up. I didn't want to let anyone in, didn't want to risk getting hurt again. But, as much as I tried to push them away, my new foster family kept trying to break down my walls. They were determined to be my family, whether I wanted them to be or not. I sat in bed thinking about the past.
You nasty little child. Clean this up. Now get to work. And stay in your room for the rest of the weekend. And keep quiet or you won't eat.
I hated her. I remember the day my parents died like it was yesterday. I was only 6 years old and I didn't understand what was happening. I was too young to grasp the concept of death. My parents were coming home from an anniversary dinner when a drunk driver hit them, forcing their car careening off a bridge. Remember bits and pieces of the wake. Going up to the caskets, "Mommy, Daddy. Wake up. Mommy, Mommy." I shook the casket as I began to cry. My aunt took my hand and pulled me all the way back to her car.
Your parents are gone and you're coming to live with us.
My aunt told me coldly. I didn't want to leave my home, but I had no choice. I hardly got fed.
We are not going to waste our time and money on you. You'll have to earn your keep,
my uncle said to me. They made me work and steal to make ends meet.
I want you to take that woman's bag and bring it to me. Now bring me 5 more and you can eat tonight. Well, if you cook for us you can eat.
I was treated like a slave. I was constantly teased and bullied by my cousins. I felt unwanted and alone.
You are nothing but a burden. You should be grateful we're taking you in.
My aunt would tell me.
I don't want anything to do with that filthy beast anymore.
Well, get over here you little twerp. I'm going to have to teach you a lesson. This is for your own good.
You pathetic waste of life.
One day, my aunt and uncle just up and left me. They didn't even bother to say goodbye. I was on my own and had to fend for myself. I was sent to different foster homes, but they were all the same. I was always mistreated, always an outsider. I learned to keep to myself and not get too close to anyone, because in the end, they would always leave me. That's how I became the person I am today, always on guard and never truly trusting anyone. At first, my new foster parents seemed different from the others. They were kind and welcoming, and I couldn't help but feel a small spark of hope. But my foster sister Emily was a different story. She was always trying to trick me and convince me that they didn't really want me there.
They're only keeping you around because they have to. They don't really like you,
she would tell me. Whatever. I tried to ignore her, but it was hard. Especially when I started to develop feelings for another foster child, Ashley. She was kind and understanding, and I couldn't help but be drawn to her. But Emily seemed jealous and couldn't stand the idea of me and Ashley together.
If you don't leave Ashley alone, I'll tell them you've been stealing again and they'll kick you out.
She threatened me. You wouldn't dare.
Watch me, loser.
I knew I had to be careful. I didn't want to lose this chance at a real family, but Emily was making it hard. I didn't know who to trust or what to believe. Things came to a head the next morning at breakfast.
Dan has been stealing again,
Emily hissed.
He threatened to destroy all my things if I told you.
Shut up.
Ashley said.
She's lying. Ashley's too afraid of him to admit it.
I shook my head. I hate you so much. Why you always coming after me? You're gonna live to regret it.
Enough.
Mom said. I was shocked and hurt. I couldn't believe that she would do something like that. But my foster parents didn't believe her.
We know you wouldn't do something like that. We trust you.
Emily's accusations had sown seeds of doubt in my mind. I couldn't shake the feeling that maybe she was right, and they didn't really want me there. I started to pull away from them and from Ashley. I didn't want to risk getting hurt again.
What's wrong? Why are you pushing me away?
Just leave me alone. I hate this stupid home. I couldn't tell her the truth. I couldn't bear to see the disappointment in her eyes. I just told her I needed some space, but the more I pushed everyone away, the more my foster family tried to reach out to me. They were determined to show me that they cared about me and that I could trust them. But it was hard. I've been hurt too many times before. I didn't know if I could ever let my guard down again. Emily stopped bothering me altogether. A week passed without a fight. Then it happened.
What the heck just happened?
My car, it's been vandalized.
It was Dan, Mom. I saw him run when the alarms went off.
Emily pointed at something on the ground.
That's Dan's sweatshirt. He must have forgotten it. He was too scared and ran off without it.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe that she would do something so terrible. I'll pack my stuff and get out of here. I'm sorry, everyone, I said. But my foster parents didn't believe her either. They knew she was lying, and they knew that I would never do something like that. My foster father looked up at me and smiled.
We know you would never something like this. We trust you. Besides, my next door neighbor just sent me this.
Dad pulled up his phone.
His security camera can see across the street. I'm so sorry, Dan. I'm going to have a little chat with my daughter Emily.
I never believed it was you, not even for a second.
It was then that I realized that my foster family truly cared about me and that I could trust them. All my fears and doubts were just a product of my past experiences. But my foster family was different. They loved me and they wanted me to be a part of their family.
I know you've been through a lot, but you can trust us. We care about you.
She said to me with a smile. I finally let my guard down. I told Ashley and my foster family about my past and my fears. They listened and they understood. They helped me to let go of my past and to start looking towards the future. I realized that I was in love with Ashley and she felt the same way. I finally had a family and someone to share it with. Emily's actions ended up backfiring and she was removed from the foster home.
You are a part of our family now, and we will always be here for you.
She said as she hugged me tightly. It was a moment of truth, trust and love, and I knew that I would never be alone again.